bothered are you in general by the amount of goals that you have given up this year, just on the whole?
Oh, I think we've improved of late. Yeah, I'm not looking at the full year. I think we've made a really good improvement of late as far as scoring chances against us and goals against us.
The area of concern was odd man rushes for the longest time. Do you feel like that's gotten better as well?
We've improved there too, yeah. I'm not going to manufacture things for you because we lose 9-6. It's an easy thing to do.
Well, I'm just looking at the span of the whole year. Now you've given up.
Yeah, you can have your numbers for the whole year. I can't. I have to look at what happens at first, and when we struggle, do we make improvement? That's what I'm saying to you.
You've said it, and some of the guys in the room said it. It was one of those games. Now you're going to have a few of those in a season. In the new NHL, do you have 4 or 5 of those? Do you have to accept that there's going to be more of those type of games throughout a year?
No, I don't have to accept anything. I can't sit here and tell you I want to accept 9 goals a game against us.
Well, that being one of those games that things happen in.
Yeah, you know, I'm breaking the tape down, and I still get probably a period and 5 minutes left, and we've given up three or four scoring chances against us. It's a 4-3 game. You guys talk about goals against. I don't think we generated enough offense the second half of that game. So, yeah, you got to be really careful in situations like that, how you go about your business after.
John, there was a time 10, 12 years ago where we talked about, well, with the locks, before they changed the rules of the lockout, but talked about things like 5 goalies, you know, clogging everything in the middle. And now there's chit-chat about down a couple goals. It's 5 men into the offensive zone. Is that too general, or is there something to this, what you might call a trend?
I mean, as far as all the goals being scored and comebacks?
Yeah.
Well, it's not, to me, it's not a trend anymore. It's here. It's all over the league. As far as there's no lead safe. You know, we're up 4-1 at the beginning of the second period where they put Smitty in, he gets scored right away. You know, back in the day, then you start changing your mindset as far as how you go. You got to keep your foot in the gas. And you know, we let in 9 goals, only scored 2 after that. I don't think we created enough offense. It's easy to come in here in the morning and say, man, we let our foot off the gas or whatever it is. We were trying. We were trying to push the pace and not try to sit on it. But we still didn't create enough offense. And the catch is when you keep on pushing, you keep the foot in the gas, are the turnovers in the neutral zone. You're trying too much as an individual. And I think that happened a little bit to us last night.
Do you see that more this season? Because, as you know, if you look at the stat sheets, you go to Toronto, it's a totally different, the way they look at giveaways. You guys, I'm sure, track your own giveaways.
That is the most useless stat on that piece of paper.
Right.
Exactly. And you know what? And I think, I'm not sure, I'm not a general manager, I think arbitration and stuff like that comes into play with those silly stats on that piece of paper.
Right.
Half of it's and yeah, so
you track your own?
Yeah, we do. I've always said this, that sheet of paper you get in between periods, they took probably the most important part of it out a number of years ago, and that was zone time. Yeah. It is ignorant, and it's just typical. Yeah, it's just so ignorant when they took out the offensive zone time and all that. That's an important stat. But the giveaways and the takeaways, and it's out of.
Do you keep zone time?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. Every game.
To go back to Porty's question, has that been an issue in some of these games? Just the number of giveaways that you guys track, are they higher in those games where that's happening for you?
I can't speak in general terms, and again, I haven't completed it as far as this game's. I think we've been better. We've been much better on odd man rushes. We've played some really good hockey, and I'll tell you, last night we had some good minutes, and it just turned into a situation was one of the craziest games around our goal as far as pucks going in. And I'll revamp the stat. The chances were 16-13 us through the game. So 13 chances, 9 goals, and quite honestly, I can't blame Bob on a lot of them because it was just such a crazy game in front of him with deflections and off a MERS skate and just some crazy stuff happening. Third goal, I think, is a very important goal. I think that's the one Bob should have.
One
But
on the top of the circles.
Lindholm's, yeah, Lindholm's goal. It's, you know, it goes back to the, we're up, I think it's 4-2. Luke makes a great play into the slot. We have almost a 2-on-0 in the slot. It just goes by Bread. They go for an odd man rush. It's a 4-on-3 break. We have a breakdown in coverage. That's what we need Bob to make a save. So I think we got to be really careful on grading Bob in that type of game. There is a lot going on in front of that net.